Welcome to the inaugural quarterly update webinar. We decided that it would be great to not only have a newsletter that went out every few months, kind of give you some updates on things, what's going on, but maybe this would be a cool way to do too, and get face-to-face with some folks because we don't get to see you that often, unless we're on site with you on a site visit or something like that. So first, we're going to have Pam of Gift a Trip. We're going to have her in a second. She's amazing. Then we're going to talk a little bit about Puerto Rico and some properties that we've been to there. We love Puerto Rico and are booking some things there. It's pretty exciting. Just want to give you some information about some of the more popular destinations that we're sourcing and booking meetings at this year in the last quarter, and some cool new offers we've got going on, and then just some tips from the contract queen over here, Christine. She is quite the expert on contract, so we want to get that going. But I want to just initially get to start off with Pam. I have had the pleasure of having a call with Pam, and where she's gone over Gift Trip, and it's a great alternative incentive that you can offer employees, sales folks, whatever, anybody that you would want to incent in your company. I'll let her explain it all.
Great to see everybody today, and thank you so much for joining us. And thank you guys for hosting me, Glenn and Christine, and letting me share our solution with you. Because let me tell you, if I had a nickel for everyone who said, where have you been? Where has your company been? Where has this opportunity been? And it's funny because, you know, we created this company because there is a void in the marketplace. There has been up until now no easy way to source and give the gift of travel for individuals. There's just no easy way to do it. You have to kind of piecemeal it together. It's very labor intensive, very cumbersome. But the reality is there's an awful lot of people out there who do want to reward individually with travel, but they really don't know where to go to get it done. And so we are the solution to be that one-stop shop for buyers to source, purchase, and deliver turnkey individual travel certificates from the top resort and cruise brands. So we kind of built this program out and put it all together to allow people to say, hey, you know, I just need a trip. I want to reward a top performer. I want to reward someone for a work anniversary, or I want to reward someone for service. And how do I do that? You've now found the one-stop shop to do that. So we do have 35 hotel, resort, and cruise partner brands, and we are growing. We're adding on to them all the time. We're in talks with a new Vegas hotel this week, another new cruise line, another new Orlando property. So we're constantly adding more on board to continue with building out our exciting portfolio of brands. Our certificates for two range from around $600 for two to over $30,000, actually even more than that, over $40,000 to $50,000. We just brought Ritz-Carlton Yacht Collection into the foray, and they're way up there in price. But the great thing about them is we do have something for every budget. And they're inclusive. They're always inclusive of the taxes, the fees, the gratuities, so that your recipient, your earner, your winner doesn't have to shell out money to take that quote unquote free or gifted trip. So that's really important to understand the difference between this and a dollar denominated gift card. Let's say a Marriott gift card or a Royal Caribbean gift card. You have to buy a bunch of gift cards in a variety of different dollar denominations and essentially take a guess at what that dollar value is and take a guess as to how much to buy. And you're going to guess wrong 100% of the time if you try to give someone a trip with a bunch of gift cards. It just doesn't work that way. So what we've done is created these truly inclusive turnkey certificates that are redeemed, I should say, directly with the supplier. So when you're ready to book that trip, you're going to call Royal Caribbean, you're going to call Sandals Resorts, you're going to call Hard Rock All Inclusive, and they're going to take care of you directly. So it's a really, really unique concept that is fully turnkey and absolutely user-friendly. These are the brands we have currently, just so you can see who we currently have on board and who's coming soon. So every kind of major hotel brand, including the 5-star Auberge collections, we have golf and spa, we have cruise lines, all-inclusives, you name it, we've got a representative in that segment. So a really nice broad selection of options from which to choose at a wide variety of price points. So what's really great is that even within the framework of some of these certificates, like a sandals certificate, let's say, the certificates will allow you the freedom to pick from more than one resort. So you could pick from 5 resorts or 8 resorts. So at one flat certificate price, the recipient actually gets to choose which property they want to go to. So it's really super flexible, and again, gives them an awful lot of choice. So what's really important to know is that we spent a lot of time with our brand partners, making sure their certificates were all very similar, so that one wasn't widely different from the other. We wanted to make sure that all of them, at the very least, included the room, the taxes, fees, gratuities for the length of stay. Because as I mentioned, you can check into a hotel and somebody gifted you a few nights at the hotel, and you wind up spending hundreds of dollars on resort fees when you get there. So that is all covered, that's all taken care of. And most of our certificates, if they are not already an all-inclusive product, like a Sandals Resorts, let's say, they include some kind of what we call a value add, whether it's breakfast daily included, or a resort credit, or a spa credit. So there's something else in there that adds value to the certificate that's a really nice extra amenity. Okay. Now, great thing about them is they're valid year round. So there's not any sort of a narrow window that they have to take the trip in. Sorry, you can only use the trip these 2 months out of the year. No, we removed that barrier, and we made sure all of our partners allowed for year-round travel with minimal blackout dates, typically just Christmas and New Year's, and maybe there might be a spring break date in there, depending on the supplier, but not many. Most of the certificates have absolutely no expiration date. So they can go 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and that certificate holds its value. So essentially what happens is, if that recipient has not taken that trip within 1 or 2 years, depending upon the brand, they determine that certificate will actually convert to the face value that was paid for it at the time of purchase, and can be applied towards a future stay indefinitely. So it's a really big deal. You don't have to worry that you gave them this trip and, you know, life got in the way and they hadn't had a chance to take it yet. And, oh, geez, too bad they didn't get to take that trip. No, that trip and that certificate is going to hold its value. But for just 2 small brands that have an actual expiration date, they will hold their value for the entirety of the life. Secure digital delivery. You're going to love this. We email these digital certificates to you securely. We send you a link. You click on the link, you download the certificate, which has its own unique serial number on it, and the instructions with which to redeem that certificate directly with that supplier. Or you can send them a beautiful personalized gift box. I'm going to show you that in just a minute. There's no minimum to order. You can order 1 certificate, 10 certificates, 100 certificates. There's no minimum quantity to order. Another beautiful feature is they're upgradable. So let's say you award someone a 3-night cruise, and they really wanted to take a 7-night cruise and go to somewhere special. They can do that. They simply apply that certificate towards the cruise they want and pay the difference themselves directly to that supplier. So they're fully upgradable. As I mentioned, they're redeemed with the supplier directly, which is truly a great turnkey benefit. And again, there's so much flexibility and choice because of the limited blackout dates, year-round travel, and option to choose more than 1 destination with a single certificate. This is what one looks like, actually. This is our partners at Montalani. They're one of our 5-star Auberge Resort Collection hotels. And this particular property allows, tells you what's included. It includes the room, of course, all resort taxes and fees, and a breakfast daily for $60 per person is included with the certificate. So the hotel issues this certificate and fills out this center section here, as you can see. So this is really very straightforward. Here's what you're getting. Here's what's included. Here's the room category, the number of nights, the standard inclusions for the property. And then on the back, it tells you how to go ahead and contact them to redeem. Really easy, simple, straightforward redemption. Now, this is something we think you're really going to like. And this is actually, drum roll please, our #1 seller. This is called a Flex Trip Collection. And this is something very special that we built out that we think is going to kind of wow you and offer even more choice and flexibility. So what we did is we put together 10 different vacation collections at 10 different price points. And what does this mean? This basically means that we grouped together 6 different experiences that are roughly worth the same, priced between $1,750 per couple and $10,000 per couple. So we put together a collection of up to 6 trips, okay? So the recipient gets to pick which trip they want to take. So if you've got, a set budget, you say, we've got $3,000 per couple to spend, $5,000 per couple to spend. But I don't really know what to buy. I don't want to buy them all the same trip because I don't know if they all like, to cruise or an all-inclusive or a golf experience or spa. This allows them to be the chooser. This is why this is our #1 seller, because most of our corporate buyers have a set budget for a particular trip. And they're like, you know what, I don't really know exactly what they're going to like, but let's pick 6. And also the great thing is you can choose your own collection. So we have set collections that we put together at these 10 different price points within that price range. But we have clients that come to us and say, you know what, we have a group of people and they are just golfers. So we just really want to see all your golf package options in the collection. Or we just want all inclusive. We want to minimize their out-of-pocket expenses on site. So just give us all inclusives, or just cruise. We just did a big one with a partner who just wanted to offer cruises. So we put together a collection of all the cruises that were in their budget. So it's not a problem. You can take one off the shelf that's turnkey that we already have available, or you can customize your own collection. So a really, really cool option, and you can see why it's a big seller. In that, and let me just flip back here, Ricky, real quick. This is the actual certificate they receive. And this is a PDF, and in this is a live link. So it says, click here for full collection details. So the recipient gets this certificate. They then click through and it takes them to what we call a flip book, which gives them further details on all the options and all the inclusions that are available for each of those trips within that collection. So you can see here, this tells them a little bit about the Sandals trip. They get 5 nights. Here's all the different resorts from which you can choose. Here's what's included. Here's what's not included. There's also live links in it. You can read details about the actual destinations, and you can actually see the certificate itself. You can see the certificate, that you can zoom in on it. You can read all the fine print and understand exactly how it works. So you just sort of glide through here, and it's just a great little add-on that we provide at no cost. These are provided whether you do one of our standard flex trip collections or a custom flex trip collections. We will provide this for you. And we can also customize the homepage, take our logo out, put your trip logo in, put your reward name in, whatever you want. Anything on this whole homepage can be customized with this flip book. Not a problem. We take care of that for you. So one of the other things that we do for our larger buys for flex trip collections, because we do have some companies that will buy 50, 100, 500 certificates at a time. What we do is we actually have a flex trip collection reg site. So they can go online and choose their trip right online. It's a really streamlined way for us to do this. Like I said, for our more bulk purchases, it makes it easier for everything to be sort of organized and arranged, and we can see exactly who's redeemed, who hasn't redeemed. And it's just a really simple turnkey tool as well. It's available. Now, while our trips do not include airfare, because they simply can't, air is too much of a wild card, right, in terms of what that would possibly cost. Where are they coming from? Where are they going to? So we actually have airfare vouchers that you can add on with one of our airfare partners. They issue them for us, and they're good on any airline, including the budget airlines. So you simply take whatever value is that you want to ascribe to it, and they can apply it towards the airfare for their trip of their choice. And if they want to upgrade, again, they can pay the difference. If they want to, extend that category of service, if they want to go to coach to premium economy or first class, they can do that. And we also, as I mentioned, have customized box delivery. So here, this is really cool. I'm going to show you a bigger picture of this. This is our standard gift box. If you want to actually send someone something, which, obviously the certificates are all digital, so they're emailed, but sometimes our purchasers say, you know what, I want them to open something. I want them to have a gift to open, because this is really kind of a big deal. So what we've done is we've made this beautiful signature red box that's embossed with gold on the top. It says gift a trip. And on this card here, we will print whatever custom message you would like for us to print on the inside. Dear President's Club winner, congratulations on winning a 7-night stay at the Waldorf Astoria, Orlando, for a great job on this year's President's Club contest. And we'll print that in there, and we'll deliver it directly to that recipient. So they've got something to open up and kind of have an exciting gifting experience to go along with the trip itself. Okay. So that's kind of it in a nutshell in terms of who we are and what we do and how we do it. I wanted to make sure, I know I went over a little bit on time here, but I wanted to make sure that I left a minute or two for any questions that you may have about the certificate program, how to use them. There, by the way, these are more than even just incentives. As I mentioned, they're good for service awards, work anniversaries. We have folks purchasing them for charity raffle items. So they're super versatile, super flexible. And, you know, like I said, there's a certificate for every budget, every taste, and every interest. So, but I wanted to thank both Glenn and Christine for having me on today. And if you have any questions, we can open it up to questions. If not, I'm going to pass the baton back to them.
Yeah, I have just a couple of quick questions for you, Pam. First of all is if somebody is interested, because I think this is a great idea. So many of my clients host incentive trips yearly, and perhaps somebody is not able to attend because of calendar conflict or childcare or something. So I think this is a great alternative so that somebody can still get the reward, even though they may not be able to participate in the larger trip. If any of our clients want to book with you, do we connect them directly with you, or do they book through us? What's your preference on that?
And that's such a great question, because that's really entirely their preference. It's as involved as you want to be, Christine and Glenn. So if you want to be part of the process, you can be a part of the process. If you just say, hey, listen, guys, contact Pam directly, contact Gift a Trip directly. I work with Christine and Glenn. That's not a problem. So whatever is your comfort level or your client's comfort level as to how they want to work, that's entirely up to you. We're good either way.
And then one question regarding the airfare vouchers. Are there blackout dates from the airlines on these, or are they just a straight up like value credit? Because I know, like, if you get vouchers, sometimes it's restricted to like a certain category, a fare category or booking, category on their end, or that there are blackout dates that apply.
No, this is a straight cash credit, so it's
Okay.
all wide open. There's no restrictions whatsoever.
Okay, perfect.
Great. Well, this is fantastic. And I sort of failed to mention earlier that that your company has partnered with HPN, which is great. And I think we're the only company you've partnered with that's like HPN, right? A third party.
That is correct. That is absolutely correct.
Well, that's fantastic. We're very lucky. It's very cool, man. We're the only ones that have
I
this.
think it's a great
And
product.
not only that, I mean, we've had so many, we have done so many calls and presentations to HPN's clients because there's such an interest in this. And we know that you've had these requests for years and you haven't really had a way to fulfill them until now. So that's why we've had such great interest in HPN already from your fellow associates, because there's just a lot of demand for this. So thanks for letting us share what we do, and thanks for being our partner.
Yeah, well, we
Absolutely.
appreciate you taking time to be on the call with us. Obviously, you're welcome to hang around if you want to hear the rest of what's going on, or you can go on and sell some trips. That's up to you as well. But thank you so much, Pam. We really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll have some of our clients banging down your door soon to see if they can get somebody a trip.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right, take care.
Thanks.
Okay, so that was fantastic. Obviously, let us know if you got any more questions about what Pam's offering there, but we think it's fantastic. Really cool that it's just HPN that they're working with. But anyway, let's move on from a time perspective here.
Yeah, so part of our goal for each of these calls is perhaps highlight or put a spotlight on a particular destination that maybe we have visited in the last few months that we think will be of high interest for our clients. And the first destination that we're choosing to spotlight this quarter is Puerto Rico. It's a great destination. I'll be honest, I've never been there until this year, and I've been twice already this year, and I can't wait to go back. And I think it's a great alternative to other Caribbean island destinations, mainly because you get that Caribbean feel, but you don't need a passport. And I don't know if you've been reading or watching the news, but wait times to get passports renewed or get new passports issued are in the months and not the weeks any longer. So one of the great benefits of getting to Puerto Rico is no passports required to have a truly unique Caribbean experience. It's also super easy to get to, only a 3-hour flight from the East Coast. I know a lot of folks transit through Charlotte and Atlanta. It's literally 3.5 hours. It has beautiful beaches, world-class golf, and just a host of like really unique cultural activities. Even though it's part of the United States, you really just feel like you're in a completely different country. And that's something that I really loved. The people there are very warm and friendly. They're very anxious for tourism. And honestly, Puerto Rico is having a moment right now. It's becoming one of the hottest destinations for a number of reasons. There's a lot of luxury resorts that have opened there, anything from like 6-star luxury at the Ritz-Carlton Dorado Beach to two of the hotels that we're getting ready to highlight for you today. What you see now is an image of the Roomelier. He is something that I think every single group that books into Puerto Rico, they need to hire this guy because he and his wife provide a very unique experience with their home infused rums, offering a variety of flavors. He talks to you about how rum is, part of the culture in Puerto Rico. He talks to you about how they infuse it with all of the local fruits and berries from the island. And it's just a really cool thing that I think to have on an opening night event, because it really provides you with kind of ingratiates you into the culture there. And it just is a fun way for people to have a few drinks, talk to this gentleman and his wife, learn about rum, and have some tasty beverages in the process.
Yeah, I think some of you that are on the call were actually at this with us. Just for so you can kind of get some of the action here. Here's a quick video. That's him, the rum guy.
You didn't get video of me, did you?
No, not this time.
All right, wait, we get an idea. They're very funny. But this was
Yeah, it was great.
this was 32 different rums, so like amazing.
And he can do tastings for any size of a group, from a small intimate group of 10 to 20 people all the way up to hundreds of people at a time. So this, combined with some of the unique cultural music that they have there, they really embrace the spirit of Boricua, Richard, or Boricua. I'm not very good at my Spanish, but it really is something that it's about hospitality and about living in island living and culture. So we have contacts that can provide us with great music, great dancers. Again, something to really kick off the event or end a special event.
Just a little sample. I like ZZ Top there. Okay. You get an idea. We'll move on.
The island also has a whole bunch of different types of activities that you can do. They're home to a national park, the El Yunque Rainforest, which provides an opportunity for, especially if you have groups that are traveling with children, to go up and learn about the rainforest, especially how it's recovered post-hurricanes in 2017. There's world-class golf. The Puerto Rican Open for the PGA tournament is held there every year. It's also the home of Bacardi. And there's like all kinds of different activities that make it very, very distinct from some of the islands, some of the things that you would see and do in the Bahamas or Jamaica or any of the other Caribbean islands.
Yeah, so this is I just took another trip to Puerto Rico last week, and this is just some of the scenery. This is actually sort of a educational area that I wasn't able to go to the first time. It was the second time. Great for children to kind of learn about the rainforest, interactive kind of things. This quick video of waterfalls. They just had a ton of rain. Obviously, it's a rainforest. As you can see kind of what goes on there, but it's really cool to go check out the rainforest. It's a neat thing.
So there, as I mentioned, a load of hotels on the island, but the two that we're going to focus on today for you guys are the ones that are the offer the most plentiful meeting space, but also offer a resort atmosphere because in downtown San Juan, there's a beautiful Hilton, a beautiful Marriott with a casino, but they are more of an urban center hotel. And based on our history with our clients, we really wanted to try and focus something that has a resort atmosphere. The first of the two is going to be the El Conquistador Resort, which is the largest hotel on the island. It sits out on the peninsula, and it's about, with traffic, anywhere from a 45 to a 50-minute trip from the airport. It has 400, a little over 400 rooms, but it has almost 70,000 square feet of meeting space under roof, in addition to their outdoor venues. They're completing a renovation right now. They're supposed to have 9 restaurants open by December of 2023. And one of the wonderful things about this property is it's all ocean view rooms. In addition to all ocean view rooms and plentiful meeting space and pools, they have a private island that you can do wonderful private events on, or you can, they have a gorgeous beach with a full catering facility there and multiple bars with, as you can see, palapas and servers bringing you your pina coladas all day long. They also have, it used to be a PGA course on site, but they do have golf on site in addition to a very large spa. This is a sample of their renovated rooms at the hotel. So you can see they're all fresh, brand spanking new, all offering really beautiful views. And at this point of the island, it's where the Atlantic and the Caribbean meet. So it's really stunning ocean scenery. These are a view of some of their casitas, which are located slightly off property, but you can use these for upgrades. They're actually villas with full kitchens. So if you wanted to upgrade some of your VIPs or you have families in attendance, this would be a great opportunity for you. This hotel is really good for mid-size, like, 150 person meetings and up, just based on the meeting space that they have available. Our next property that we're looking at is the Hyatt Regency Grand Reserve. It's located on Cocoa Beach, and it's a quick 30 minutes to downtown San Juan. Also completely recently renovated. You can see the gorgeous pool, that one of the gorgeous pools that they have there. They do have 3 pools on property. They have 579 rooms spread out over hundreds of acres. They have 37,000 square feet of meeting space under roof with 6 restaurants. What's great about this hotel is they can also do all-inclusive. So I've recently booked a few groups there, upgraded them to an all-inclusive package that runs from noon until midnight. It has a great offering for multiple restaurants. The rooms are gorgeous. They're bungalow style. Everyone has like a really large patio. A good number of the rooms overlook the ocean, but the majority of them overlook the gardens, which are beautiful. The landscaping there is gorgeous. And the real kicker for this one is this is the hotel that has the PGA tournament on site every February for the Puerto Rican Open. So if you have any golfers in the group, they would probably love to play this course.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to stay in this room where this video is. It's a fantastic room. It was really nice, and it's oceanfront, right on the water. It was fantastic.
And if you do have people that you want to upgrade to suites, they have a plethora of them. They have 97 suites in a brand new wing of the hotel that offer, gorgeous rooms, full kitchens. Again, perfect for families, perfect for staff offices, but also really nice for upgrades for VIPs.
Cool.
And really quickly, so we don't go too much over our time, just to reiterate, our popular destinations for year to date and in the second quarter of this year. The top 5 destinations booked in year to date are Charlotte, North Carolina, Denver, Chicago, the Orlando area, and then a tie between DC, Houston, Miami, LA, and Boston. So this is great, but the challenge is with these being more popular means that demand is high, rates are trending higher, and space is going to be at a premium. So if you have any groups that you're thinking are going to consider these destinations, the sooner we get started on a search for those, the better. One highlight here is Denver, Colorado. Colorado as a state is offering a great rebate incentive to groups based on the amount of your dollar spend. And they were originally going to end that at the end of this year, and they've extended it through June of 2024. So if you're interested in Colorado, let me know and I'll send you the details on the rebate program. Also, the top 5 destinations we've sourced this year, you'll see a lot of familiar names. Puerto Rico, like I said, it's having a moment. Orlando, Denver, Atlanta, and Dallas. And we recently, in addition to the special promotions that I just sent out to you guys in the newsletter a couple weeks ago, we have received a couple of new promotions from our partners at Sonesta. If you haven't booked a Sonesta hotel, I really encourage you to give them a look. They're on the same quality tier as an upscale Marriott, Hilton, or Hyatt. They are a fast-growing brand here in the US right now. They recently bought a lot of hotels post-pandemic, renovated them, and are converting them to Sonestas or Royal Sonestas, which is their high-end property, which is pretty much on par with like a JW Marriott. They're offering a special year-end promotion where you'll earn 75,000 travel pass points. You'll earn double points if you book multiple meetings, and you'll get a 2% rebate. So if you're interested in learning more about Sonesta, reach out to me. I'm happy to chat with you about where some of their great properties are, especially in the New Orleans market. They have a beautiful Royal Sonesta there. It's a historic hotel. And then also St. Louis is offering a special promotion for our clients that ends in November, and it's for meetings in 23 or 24. You'll earn double Marriott Bonvoy points for your planners. They're allowing 30% attrition with 2 years of history, a 3% rebate, and then you're going to receive comp guest room internet and a comp 1 hour beer and wine reception. The caveat on this is it's for a little bit, mid-sized group. So if you have a minimum of 600 room nights, this might be a great hotel for you to give a look at, because the program needs to consume by the end of December of 2024. So now is a great time to go ahead and get that booking in place. And finally, first of all, I want to say thank you guys so much for your partnership, and thank you for your patience as we go through the sourcing and the contracting process. I know it's quite arduous right now as hotels are still understaffed. So response times are a little bit slower, especially on getting contracts back. It's taken me about 4 iterations of a contract to get a version that I feel comfortable sending back to you guys for your final legal review and approval. So appreciate your patience. Please know I'm working behind the scenes. A lot of this is being driven by short staff still, and then hotels are reworking their contracts, and they're attempting to add in a lot of new fees, and they're also increasing service charges. We're starting to see some hotels creeping upwards of 26-27% for service charge, rather than what's been the industry standard of 22 to 25%. I think this is just in response to hotels still trying to recoup a lot of their losses from the pandemic, which is stunning considering demand is so high, but that's what we're seeing. So I know that you're not booking, some of you don't book all of your meetings through me. And if you're not, I don't know why, but just kidding. But a few things for you to keep an eye out for when you are booking some of your smaller programs on your own. Look at your contracts, and when they're looking at service charges, especially even if it's a space only group and you're just reviewing your BEO, make sure that you make sure the language reads a service charge noted in the agreement of versus the service charge currently of. The reason why you want to do this is to make sure that they're not going to hike up the service charge on you at a later time. That way it's locked in at the rate at the date of that BEO is signed or that agreement is signed for you. We're also seeing a lot of clients tracking how much of these increased service charges are going to the actual servers, because as they go up, you want to make sure that the frontline people are being compensated. So let me know if this is something important to you, and I can start incorporating that language that they do. A hotel does specify how much of that service fee is going to go to the actual server versus what is going back to the hotel as pure profit. So with that, we've taken a lot of your time, but do you guys have any questions for us right now on anything that we've covered today or anything that you guys are seeing in the marketplace that you might want to discuss?
Yeah, you can either unmute yourself or you can actually do it through chat as well.
I guess we did a great
Okay.
job.
All right. Well, cool. Well, thank you all for joining the
Yes,
call.
taking your time.
My plan here is to we did record this, and I probably will send out a link, especially to the folks that thought they might be able to come and weren't able to, but I'll send it out to the folks that were able to attend as well. If you've got anybody else internally that's working the meetings that might have some value of checking this out, get that out to us as well. And
again, thank you for your partnership.
Yes.
We value you guys. We love y'all. And, you know, we love working with each and every one of you. So thank you very much.
ditto.
Have a great day.